Hi, welcome to Studio Lox. I'm your host, the Godfather. For those of you who don't know me, I'm the founder of Lox and Company Limited. Today we're going to be talking about a spooky pomade. Let's get unlocked. Okay, so we're going to talk about one of Lox's seasonal pomades. It's actually a styling cream, but a styling cream is a soft pomade, so it is what it is. This is called Slocum Hollow. It's available right now, and it's only available in the months of October and November, so it's very seasonable, very limited. So what is it? Well, it's a styling cream or a soft pomade, but what's it made of? What's in it? So since it's a styling cream, it's got the same recipe as all of our other styling creams. Its coolest ingredient, if you will, is the volcanic ash or the bentonite clay, which makes it very playable, malleable, if you will, and it gives the finish in your hair kind of a light to a medium sheen. Of course, if you want a higher sheen, you can apply it to wet hair. But those are the ingredients for Slocum Hollow. So what about the flavor, aka the scent profile? Slocum Hollow is what we call killer pumpkin. That's the scent profile. Here's the catch, here's the cool part. It changes every season or every year. So if you got this last year and you weren't crazy about the scent, try picking it up again this year because we tweaked it. The idea is to kind of keep it fresh and trendy and just something new each time we make it. So killer pumpkin, what is it? It's our own version of pumpkin spice. We know the world has enough pumpkin spice flavors out there. Who are we to judge? This is just another one, and we think ours is probably the best that you'll ever smell. So let's talk about the design on the label. So we've got the side label, the wraparound label, and we've got the lid. Let's start with the wraparound. Well, as you can tell, it's the Headless Horseman theme, aka the Legend of Sleepy Hollow. We'll get into the actual name later on, but of course we have the Headless Horseman on horseback, on this label. We got a bunch of purples and oranges to make it that, give it that Halloween vibe. In the background, you're gonna see some bats, some tree branches. It gives it that creepy, spooky forest vibe. And the actual horseman, the Headless Horseman, is a Hessian soldier. Of course, we take that from The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, as I just mentioned, written by Washington Irving, which is an American folklore, folktale. It's a short story. It's actually based in Sleepy Hollow, New York, which is about 5 hours from Honesdale, which is kind of cool. But why do we call it Slocum Hollow? Well, here's a really cool, interesting fact. Slocum Hollow actually used to be the name of what is now known as Scranton, Pennsylvania. A guy by the name of Ebenezer Slocum purchased the area back in the 1700s. Actually, late 1700s, right around the time Washington Irving wrote The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, which makes this a little bit more spooky, but check this out. Ebenezer Slocum purchased the area. They called it Slocum Hollow. Well, about 1797, I think, right around the time Washington Irving was, writing his folklores and his short stories and stuff, Ebenezer Slocum was unfortunately scalped by Indians in what is now known as Wilkes-Barre. If you've ever been to Wilkes-Barre, not much has changed since 1797, but that's what happened. Really spooky stuff. I'm sorry, I'm joking. Guy got scalped. It's crazy. But that's really what happened. So Slocum Hollow, the real place, Slocum Hollow, Scranton, Pennsylvania. We had to make that connection in the label on this really cool piece of history, literature, if you will. And that's kind of the wraparound label. Let's move to the lid. Well, it's the Headless Horseman's head. That's all I really have to say about the lid. And that's a wrap for Slocum Hollow design. Sorry, one really quick short story myself here. Living in Honesdale, Pennsylvania, and all these connections to Washington Irving and Sleepy Hollow, New York, being just several hours away from here. We actually have a location in Honesdale called Irving Cliff, and then there's an actual location in town called Irving Cliff Brewery. Believe it or not, it's named after Washington Irving. Apparently he came through the town of Honesdale back in the 1800s. He fell in love with the place, of its picturesque beauty, and we have a cliff named after him and a brewery. Just so many connections, had to share with you, so hope you enjoyed that. So how to use Slocum Hollow styling cream. Basically, just like any of our styling creams, you're gonna wanna just scoop out a little bit goes a long way, rub it into your palms until it is completely disappeared and broken down. Then you're gonna wanna apply it evenly to your hair, grab your favorite Lox comb and style. Today's quote of the day, actually, it comes from an excerpt from The Legend of Sleepy Hollow by Washington Irving. Not far from the eastern shore of the Hudson River is a little valley known as Sleepy Hollow. A drowsy, dreamy atmosphere seems to hang over the land, as if it were under the sway of some witching power. The whole neighborhood abounds with local tales, haunted spots, and twilight superstitions, but the dominant spirit that haunts this region is the apparition of a figure on horseback without a head. It is said to be the ghost of a Hessian trooper, whose head was carried away by a cannonball during some nameless battle of the Revolutionary War. The ghost rides forth nightly to the scene of battle in search of his head, and he travels with great speed to get back to the churchyard before daybreak. Like, share, subscribe if you enjoyed today's episode of Unloxed. There was a lot going on here, a lot of history, and I hope you enjoyed it. I am curious. We get a lot of people that write in and comment. They tell us how good Slocum Hollow pumpkin spice smells. They say it smells so good that they want to eat it. Don't eat it. None of our products are edible. It probably won't kill you, but none of our products are edible. But I am curious, if they were edible, based on the scent profile, which Lox product would you want to eat or drink? Comment below. I'd love to know. Until then, stay sharp, stay savage. Godfather out.